now. Hello once again, and welcome back to the Wretched and Divine Paragon For Fun Tournament. We're still in the round robin stage, and right now we'll be watching Asura Rage versus Beserk Squad. Let's get into it. Let's play in 3, 2, 1. Alright, I'm Swistic, and I'll go ahead and introduce the Asura Rage side. In the off lane, we have Angry Bird 285 on Kwang, Hai2 in mid, playing Bellica this time, Book Slinkerman with Decker, and Zyla on Sparrow. Ian Fidalgo will be jungling with the Copper Beast Rampage.
I'm Falush. I'll be taking
early
a look.
engagement here. Sorry, Brandon X is getting really low. Ian did land the boulder throw. Sparrow is gonna hit the piercing shot, but it's not gonna finish him off. Alright, well, back to Beserk. That was really aggressive by Asura.
Right. It's okay. So for Beserk squad over on the Dawn side, we have support Greystone and Twin Blast,
Oh no.
played by PT and Nina Faithful. In the off lane, we have Wukong as Brandon. And also in the off lane, we have Chaotic Max on the Murdoch, and in the mid lane, we have Morigesh. Right then. Not the most meta comp, to say the least.
So, let's analyze these drafts. I'm gonna give this one to Asura.
Yeah, we've seen a duo lane be in many different lanes, most notably the mid lane from other top level games, but never a double duo lane, left and right. And they have no jungler.
I mean, I can see the logic where if you want to have two carries in the side lanes, like you want to have a second player to help them out on both sides. But Wukong and Greystone are really weak supports, and I don't think they're going to be able to get their potential unless they're doing some farming.
No, I do think this is this comp goes with no question straight to Azure Rage.
Unless Berserk
Hopefully
can
we
show
can
us what they're
surprise.
trying to do here.
Yeah, no, they does seem that just has no jungler. It just no ganks are gonna ever come out from the red team.
You know what? This is called a For Fun Tournament, so maybe Berserk was just screwing around, picking a crazy comp just for the heck of it. But we'll see how this works out for them. Asura has shown us they're a pretty competent team, so I don't know if they'll fall for this. Double stun onto Blue Beezy 024, and she's just gonna get deleted by Ian and Hai2.
Absolutely deleted.
First
That
blood
rock doing
in the
a
mid
good
lane.
amount of damage, and also a good amount of stun time.
Yep.
But other than that, fairly quiet actually. Early. We see that right lane for Azura has been frozen, so Monkey and Murdoch, two carries, are not getting any farm at all without risking their lives miles away from there.
And Ian's able to pick up another kill and grab the gold buff from the Berserk safe lane.
Absolutely. Good start from, unsurprisingly, a good start from Azure. They definitely have the early game advantage with the ganks from the jungler being very, very impactful, especially with a triple carry comp.
Right. Angry Bird is taking advantage of that no jungler, and he's gonna grab a white camp for himself.
River buffs are coming up soon, but it is doubtful that we'll see any rotation from Beserk to try and take those.
Ian's gonna jump up behind Blue Beezy. Gonna land the boulder throw, but she's gonna get away. Does give him the invis buff though. He's gonna move over to the off lane of Beserk. Brandon X Wukong is low, but he's pretty much out. Chaotic Max is in trouble though. He gets slowed. He's gonna get out. Ian's looking for a boulder throw, but I think he realizes that his team isn't there to follow up. Just kind of staring at Brandon right now.
I think he's waiting for the team to get baited out, but the offlane, the Beserk offlane is not having it, and Murdoch just walks out.
He's rotating to mid. I don't think he knows there's a rampage behind him. Double stun. Void Drone and Bellica's gonna take him out. Another kill for High 2. Meanwhile,
Very nice mid laning.
Was in trouble and forced away from his lane once again by the Asura safe lane. Meanwhile, the Beserk safe lane actually did manage to push down their T1 pretty quickly. I'm not that surprised. They do have a Greystone and a Twin Blast. Some pretty nice early game damage. I guess that's one advantage of that comp. Blue BC's getting pushed on pretty hard, but he's not going to go down safely under tower.
But she is going to get severely pressured. Really nice rotation from Asura there.
Yeah.
You see the Murdoch rotating into mid, trying to apply a little extra pressure so that they don't lose that tower prematurely.
Ian's really taking advantage of Berserk's lack of a jungler and putting pressure on all of the lanes when they don't have anything to answer with. Although he is really low here against Moragash.
It does seem that Beserk picked up both river buffs, however. So let's see what they can do with this. They have 3 in mid, staring down the Pelica.
I don't think they're willing to make a push here, though. Kwang is behind them, doing more counter jungling. Asura's taking good advantage of Berserk's lack of a jungler.
Like, I mean, it's easy enough to invade as an offlaner a lot of the time. As Kwang, his sword, he's good at invading. But when there's no jungler at all to defend that thing, it's just lots and lots of free farm.
Yep. Looks like we're not seeing too much action at the moment. Wukong and Murdoch are keeping the Asura safe lane off of their tower pretty well. I guess there's another advantage with this specific comp. Twinblast is actually going to go down in his safe lane. Angry Bird and Ian are pushing up. Another uncoordination here. Angry Bird isn't pushing tower with Ian. He's stuck under tower, but he's gonna use his boulder throw on Blue BZ. The tether is going to land. Kwang is taking Blue BZ down, but she's kiting pretty well. She's gonna get taken out. Ian's gonna use that enraged with the leap to get out pretty easily. Towers at half health, probably going to go down here.
Yeah, it's surprisingly uneventful, but it will, after these first few kills and picks that Asura is going to take, the
especially
Team
because
Beserk's probably going to be down here.
Yeah, especially because Berserk's team comp relies so heavily on them winning until late game, and their Greystone goes as well. Haichu's going to be pushing down this mid lane tower with Ian.
I think the only way that Beserk is going to they need their carries
Throw
fed.
double stun onto Lubizi, and she goes down as well. Excellent coordination between Haichu and Ian. You can hear their announcer calling out Haichu is unstoppable. 4 kills for her, and 3 for Rampage.
Yeah. Let's see whether we get a really early inhibitor. We're honestly we're probably the group Asura just needs to group up at this point, and after the Sparrow has gone into sufficient farm, they just need to power down a lane.
The only way I see Beserk winning this game is if they can survive into the late game when those double carries and the Wukong can really reach their full potential. But if I think Asura knows this, and they're making a lot of early game aggression to make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, like they're taking the initiative to just take a couple picks here and there, and kind of just do their thing. That we've seen them do all tournament. We've seen them dominate with the Haichu and Ian bullying the mid lane.
Yeah, they have fantastic control of this mid lane. Zyla and Books Increment are going to pick up a tier 1 on their safe lane. Lubizi's going to go down once again, as well as PD in the mid lane. We have 3 people pushing the mid lane tower, and a tier 2 might actually go down here. 12 minutes into the game. Berserk isn't really responding. Wukong and Murloc are rotating over, but I don't know if they can do very much about this at this stage of the game. Ian's going to actually use the Enraged. He might push, but Brandon pushes him out of the way. The border throw lands and decides to make a oh!
Absolutely fantastic use of CC. That was amazing. The sword, Bellicus and the rock going down in chain.
Those
get a double kill.
That burst damage. I thought they would be safe under inhibitor, but Asura's just like, nope, nothing can protect you now. You're 2 carries, and we're dominating your early game, so just bursted them down. Angry Bird has decided to become the Berserk jungler.
Angry Bird has decided to actually replace the Berserk's lack of jungler to become an actual jungler. But you see them constantly pressuring mid, constantly, like, if Berserk slipped up at this point, they've lost an
Really
possibly, depending on how they react to that, they lose.
Morgesh is gonna get hit by the stun and the slow bubble. She's gonna get away on half health. Chaotic Max keeping his distance. Doesn't really have any room to farm here, despite that being what a Murdoch needs at this stage in the game. Asura still pressuring this in him.
We can see the Kwang split pushing for
Asura. Assault, Void Bomb. Brandon's gonna try to push them into the inhibitor, but he just makes him caught out. Chaotic Max and PD were trapped in that containment fence, but it was a little too far away for Asura to finish off. Meanwhile, Ian gets another kill in the Berserk off lane. He's gonna be pushing in tier 2 pretty soon. Brandon X is getting surrounded inside his own tier 2. Gonna be able to jump out with his staff. Blue BZ is slow bubbled and hurt though. Asura is just keeping up the aggression, moving lanes. They rotated their entire team behind the tier 2 and made it safely.
Well, they've gotten a lane management for Beserk, who's really gone down the chute.
Wow.
With 4 of them having to rotate.
Seismic Assault and Void Bomb perfectly timed to take out Brandon 24.
You can just see the resource distribution.
Oh. for the side of Asura. Another seismic assault and the Neuro Disruptor onto Blue BZ. She's so low. I think if she just had a little less mana, that Neuro Disruptor would have taken her out. But that tower really hurt high 2. They're going to back off with that tier 2.
Prime is up, so I would not be surprised if that rotation is to instantly take Prime. Got a Quan, very easy to both secure it and kill it, but
Asura is positioning themselves around there. Zyla is at pretty low health though. I don't know if she wants to risk this just yet.
Yeah. I have a feeling a reset and then for Prime is what.
And Ian's just gonna go over here with the green buff and start taking his rampage. He does have that enraged, so he can probably survive all of Orb Prime. Let's just hope that Beserk doesn't notice, because they could finish off Zyla pretty easily.
Beserk has most of the lane settings and they've just
Blue BZ
reset
is
them,
coming
so now
in.
they have a chance.
She's gonna try to steal. Ian secures it. Blue BZ instantly destroyed. They're gonna make an aggressive push here. Looks like they're heading toward the mid lane.
I think this is game over. They have a one-man down and against a team with full Orb Prime.
This might just be it. Decker takes the green buff, but at this point it doesn't matter. Orb Prime is gonna regen the health for everyone on Asura. Sparrow is taking care of a split push. I'm not sure if that was the best decision to send her back. Maybe because she was low health, she decided to head back and get that health regen from the fountain. But she's really the best player to be pushing these inhibs.
Yeah. They do not have great safe clear, and I think the Sparrow's probably the best.
Although the double stun and the Fury of the Heavens is going to take out Blue BZ. Niner Faithful's going to go down as well. PD has to use his ult. Chaotic Max goes down. He's going to go down. Brandon X is the sole survivor. And a fantastic boulder throw from Ian Fidalgo is just going to knock the monkey out of the air. Ian Fidalgo is just going to run through inhib completely unnecessarily because he doesn't care at this point. This might be a game for Asura.
That's everyone dead. That is game. That was some really nice play. That was
an inhib at 17 minutes. Sparrow is catching up. She's going to be pushing that in just a moment. They're going to back off from core because Ian is so low. But I don't think that's going to be able to stop him at this point.
I don't think they'll be able to secure it.
Long arm of the law. Is he going to kill Ian? He's going to use the boulder throw and take out Blue BZ. He's going to jump aggressively onto Niner Faithful. Inner Fire is going to take him out. They're just retreating inside their core now, and Zyla's just going to zone them out with the Inner Fire. They can't even leave their spawn. Yep,
trying to pick up a couple more kills.
PD and Brandon are just giving up at this point. Ian with the BM boulder. Zyla is going to finish off the core. And that's going to be game.
That is game at 17 minutes.
Another.
I think that's just a question of comp. Although we saw a lot of really good micro skill coming out from Team Azure, Azure Rage, I don't think the composition came out from Beserk did them any favors even remotely. So
when you're running a composition with 3 carries, you have the Twin Blast, you have the Wukong, you have the Murdoch. You really need a lot of farm for all of them. I think maybe if they rotated Wukong into the jungle instead of the offlane, Chaotic could have done some more farming as Murdoch, and Wukong, although he's not the best jungler, he could have gotten something there. So that would have increased the farm for both of them. I'm really not sure why Beserk did that. Maybe it's just because it's a For Fun tournament.
They took the name quite literally.
Yep.
But why not throw a game scorching there while you're at it? Why not? Anyway.
But that's going to be another game for Asura. And with that, 3 wins in the round robin. They're going to be in the semifinals.
Versus, I do believe, it is Mystic.
Yeah, Majestic Black. Asura is definitely taking this a lot more seriously than some of the other teams. We're seeing close to the same composition every game, and their rotations are spot on. I'm looking forward to seeing these semifinal games.
Yeah, yeah. And we'll see how they react to some. Now that Majestic Black has gone against them once before, let's see. We'll have to see how Majestic Black counterpicks to this comp that they keep using over and over and over.
Because Majestic did put up the best fight we've seen against Asura, so hopefully they'll be able to pull something through, and we can see some solid action in the semifinals of this For Fun tournament. Well, with that, I've been Swistic.
I've been Falouche.
And that was the Paragon For Fun tournament hosted by Wretched and Divine. We'll see you in the next match.